Deep within the Space Wolves' fortress of the Fang is a chamber of adamantium. It is shielded by a stasis generator which twists time around the chamber's impenetrable shell. Within the chamber, time has almost ceased to exist. So slowly do the fractions of seconds leak through the temporal defences. This shield was devised many thousands of years ago using the most arcane technology of another age. Since then, it has been religiously maintained by the bondsmen of the Space Wolves, constantly repaired and lovingly perpetuated as if it were a shrine. And a shrine it is of sorts, for here dwells the legendary Bjorn the Fell-Handed, oldest and most honoured of all living Space Marines. When Leman Russ fought alongside the Space Wolves, Bjorn was a young bloodclaw, full of the fury of the battle. During the Space Wolves' many battles against the Thousand Suns, Bjorn grew older and wiser, and earned many honours. Of his deeds, the sagas of the Space Wolves still sing, and many a warrior has drawn inspiration from the legends of Bjorn the Fell-Handed. He lives still after a fashion, for after sustaining mortal wounds in combat, his body was bioengineered into a dreadnought. Within his metal cask, Bjorn went to fight further battles over many centuries. Eventually, his mind began to drift into unending sleep, for even mortal flesh and metal cannot live forever. As the oldest and most honoured of dreadnoughts, Bjorn the Fell-Handed was locked into his shrine, a chamber of purest adamantium enclosed within a stasis shell. There this ancient warrior spends centuries in dormancy, awaiting the promised return of his master Leman Russ. He wakes only rarely, for the rune priests are reluctant to disturb this old one from his state of rest. As the centuries pass, he wakes less often, as his mind retreats from the living world and his spirit draws increasingly shadowy. When he gathers strength to leave his sleep, he speaks long with the Wolf Lords and Rune Priests, and learns what he can of the chapter's recent affairs and fortunes. If the Space Wolves are lucky, Bjorn will tell sagas from the past, tales of heroism and deeds often forgotten over the ages. Within the databanks of his dreadnought body are stored all the sagas ever told, cherished memories going back to the Horus Heresy itself.